Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Channel, helping you see the new you. This is Sonny Jaldon, streaming live from San Jose, California.
And this is Haydee Lumayno, streaming live from Metro Cebu. And you're watching Money and More.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Money and More. Right, we have a very interesting night ahead of us. Hello, Haydee.
Hi, Sonny, kamusta? Ang lakas ng ulan dito sa Cebu. Kamusta kayo
Great.
dyan?
I had a great, I had a malakas ang ulan dyan. Dito malakas ang,
Anong malakas
dito
dyan?
malakas ang lamig. How was your weekend? I had a good weekend. I spent it with my family. We had a long road trip to San Diego.
Wow, that's nice.
It was a good experience. Yeah. I haven't seen my sister's family.
Were you celebrating something?
No, not really. We just took a long weekend.
That's nice.
Yeah, to be with each other because I haven't seen my sister in a while. And it was a good trip for me, my parents, my older sister, and we went to visit my other sister's family in LA. We ended up in San Diego. So 8 hours na biyahe. Yep, one
Sino
way.
nagda-drive? Ikaw? Ikaw lang nagda-drive?
We took turns because yun, stressful yan.
That's
driving. Kumusta
long.
naman ang weekend mo, Haydee? Yeah,
Oh well,
long
plantita na naman, plant mom. So I was repotting my veggies and yung iba nag-harvest na kami. So yun, ang ganda, no? Organic planting na sa sa garden. So anytime kung may gusto kang lutuin, meron kang makukuha from your backyard, di ba? You don't have to go out anymore. Yeah. So anyway, tonight
I'd like to commend you on your I'd like to commend you on your display sa likod. It's a good touch. I like it.
Oh yeah, I was the one who designed that, but I had it made by Art Sanchez, one of our very good friend, no, kasi he's
Okay.
from the from the furniture industry. So alam mo naman tayo, gusto natin
Very
yung mga
nice.
unique. That's a rustic wall
Uh,
shelf.
wall shelf.
So minsan
Maybe we
pag
can
walang
start all that.
ginagawa, nag-design, tapos buti na
Very
lang
nice.
nandyan si Art, di ba? Set yan. Mayroon siyang table na pwede mo siyang
May table pa.
pwede mo siyang i-convert to a long table. So, it's available at Hedge, di ba? Yung Eco Garden natin na
Oh, okay. All right. So
fountain.
we have a
Yep.
very interesting and parang maganda yung kuha natin yung topic natin for today, no? We'll
Oh,
be talking
yeah.
about kasi this is something of interest yata sa mga viewers natin. No? We'll be talking about life stages. Life stages. Ano kayong animal na to?
So, saang life stage ka na
ikaw, Haydee.
ngayon?
Saan life stage mo ba tayo kaya tanungin natin yung guest natin mamaya. Pero sa tingin mo, anong circumstance mo ngayon, Haydee? Anong life stage mo ngayon? Can you tell our viewers kung gusto mo?
That sounds interesting kasi anong life stage ba yung ikakasal sa pangalawang beses? May life stage ba na ganun? But tanong natin kay sir sa guest natin mamaya, no? Baka may life stage ng
You have
Yes.
Ikaw,
anong
some of
life
our viewers
stage mo?
probably know that you already have you have a teenage son, di ba? Na nagka-college
Yeah.
na. Nagka-college na. You have a teenage son na nagka-college na. Ano kayong life stage na yan? Ako, yung life stage ko, anong life stage kaya itong middle-aged single guy?
Single guy.
Middle-aged, engaged, single. Anong life stage kaya to? No?
Tanong natin sa kanya mamaya, no?
Walang anak. Tanongin natin, di ba? Kasi more than the life stage kasi, yung guest natin, we'll be talking about we'll be talking about financial planning kasi for the different life stages. Ano bang appropriate na plans? No? What are the appropriate money management schemes or plans that na karapat-dapat sa individual life stages? No? Now, for some of our viewers, maybe you're still single, no? You're young, single, maybe you're just fresh out of college. Maybe you're already starting out with your career. Maybe you're starting out with your enterprise or business, no? But you're unmarried and you're probably dependents. Maybe your parents are dependent on you, no? That can be one life stage, I think. Maybe for some of our viewers, you are a newly married couple, no? Baka newly married couple kayo. So maybe that's a different life stage as well. Maybe you have growing kids, maybe you have adult kids, or maybe you are close to retirement. So maybe close to retirement, anong age kaya yan, no? Close to retirement. But maybe those different life stages will entail or require different probably strategies, no? For in financial planning. So our guest is an expert dyan, no? sa types of plans, no? The types of plans for the different life stages, and I'm very excited to be able to, talk to him about all of this.
Yeah. Baka nagtatanong sila na bakit yung episodes natin ngayon is more about life planning, life stages, insurances, because we are actually celebrating the Life Insurance Consciousness Month, diba, Sonny? And you want to give mga advices to people on what's the best thing to do, especially yung life planning stage nga and making the right choices. Yun yung topic natin mamaya, diba? So, hindi na natin patatagalin, no?
For this month, we'll do about that.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Haydee. Let's introduce the guest.
Excited na akong makausap siya kasi gusto kong malaman kung ano ng life stage ko ngayon, no, di ba? So, without any further ado, yung guest natin mamaya is a well-respected personality in the insurance industry, no? And I'd like to call on somebody na talagang ina-idolize ko din, no? One of my idols. So he's a graduate from Ateneo de Manila University with the course of BS Management, a former Assistant Vice President for Sales ng Film Life. He also joined the Film Life agency force in December 2012 and was promoted to agency manager in his first year. And he was said to be the fastest ever to be promoted to agency manager. He is the 2016 Life Underwriters of the Association of the Philippines president, a four-time $1 million roundtable member, an associate of the year for Manila agencies in 2019. He is a registered financial planner, a fellow chartered financial practitioner, an associate wealth planner, a certified investment solicitor, and a fellow Life Management Institute member. He's none other than our handsome guest tonight, Mr. Emman Paras.
Hello, Sonny and
Hi!
Haydee.
Hi, Boss Emman.
Great to meet you ulit virtually. Parang kailan lang, di ba
Yun nga.
Haydee? We met, I think, last year sa Cebu. We visited
Yes.
Cebu. So,
Yung meron
Great
kang
to see you.
nalalaman, di ba? Yung meron kang na-discover, yun yung time na yun.
I was shocked.
You were shocked.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Siyempre si Sonny, ano yan, one of my favorite co-employees before. Napaka-supportive niya and very hardworking. So, great touching base with you both, no? And bagay sa'yo, Sonny, ang iyong bigote. I like it.
Bigote.
Ikaw lang hardworking akong boss ko. It's great to see you, Boss Emman.
Kamusta? How was life for you in this pandemic? No, I'm pretty sure you also had a lot of adjustments, and I'm sure that yung mga plano for the agency this year at saka for your family maraming na change, no, because of what we are experiencing right now.
Yeah, so I also went through the same process that most would feel, no, yung parang feeling mo helpless, confused, no, and unsure of yung ano mangyari, no. But siguro it took me like mga 3 to 5 days to be able to observe everything, and I just decided to really focus on what I can control. I don't have the luxury of much time of being depressed or lost because I lead the family, and also I lead a team of more than 100 advisors, no, who rely on my leadership. So hindi pwedeng I cannot let them down by being down. Ayan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kayo. Ayan.
Yeah, that's actually good advice. Yan ba dapat we should lead from the front.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm very curious lang. Maybe there are some curious viewers there. I'm certainly curious kasi na-mention dun that you were one of the up-and-coming young executives, no? Up-and-coming young executives of the biggest life insurance company in the country. And then you, somewhere along the way, you made a shift to, you quit, and then you made a shift towards being an insurance entrepreneur, no? What brought about that change? Ano pong inspiration natin dyan?
Yeah, actually, it was not an instant thing. It was actually something that I really thought about for a number of years. Pero meron lang parang nag-push sa akin, no? So at that point in time, kasi I was really, burned out, no? So I was OT ng OT, pero OTY, oh thank you, no? And then yung career path ko is not so guaranteed, no? Kumbaga hindi malinaw yung career path, no, and then yung time ko was really spent more on work, no. So even Saturdays were devoted to work. So sabi ko, my main question was back then, no, do I see myself doing what I was doing back then for the next 5 years, no? So my answer was no, because back then I really wanted to have basically unlimited income, unlimited career growth, no, and unlimited time to really balance my life, no. So ang joke ko nga sa sarili ko is that kung yung cellphone ko ay unli, bakit ang buhay ko ay hindi unli? So I wanted to really myself, no, and this is for me one of the the best decisions that I've ever made. And if there is any regret that I have, it's just that I did not do it any sooner in my life. No, but there's a time for everything. So I'm perfectly happy with the way things have gone for the past 8 years that I've been in this business.
Oh, nice.
O, di ba? Grabe, no? So,
Parang
yan.
relate ako dyan sa FCFP.
Oo nga.
Oh, thank you.
Kailan ba?
Relate na
Ano
relate
ba yan?
na. Kayo nandiyan na siya sa steps.
You know, the long nights and the Saturdays working for the man. Ganun yun eh. Well, here you are right now. No? That's and you're running your own business, as you said, with over 100 advisors. With the pandemic, no, with what's happening, ano pong mga maybe you can tell us a little bit of some of the things that you've done to adjust, no, the business, given the new normal. Ano pong mga little adjustments that you did to keep the business going?
Yeah, well, the first is the mindset, no. As I said, no, the reason why people still feel lost, depressed, or helpless is really because they focus on the things out of their control. So, for example, government, the economy, kung ano yung COVID cases per day, di ba? So all of those things, when you read the news or the Facebook feeds, no, they will really make you feel helpless, no. But ako, for me, I really made the decision. Okay, these things I cannot control. So I decided to focus on the things that I can control. No, so what are these? Your thoughts, your emotions, no, your habits that you create for yourself, how you relate to people, how you decide to put yourself accountable with your actions every day, and how you maximize your day. No, so that's the first. No, the next is syempre yung market. No, in terms of the market, the people that you talk to is basically a double-edged sword. So maraming mga nawalan ng work. No, pero the great thing about in the insurance industry here in the Philippines, no, is that yun nga nag-open up ng digital selling. So parang ngayon, literally nationwide, we can cover people, we can help people plan for their finances nationwide. So before, nung puro face to face lang, I needed to go to, for example, Batangas or Pampanga to be able to meet people. Pero ngayon, I can meet people virtually, even as far as Cebu, no, or Mindanao, and that's for me the greatest benefit, no, of this pandemic, no, na nagkaroon ng nationwide reach, no, and of course, all the more naging emphasized yung need for us to be able to prepare, no. For me, no, this COVID. This COVID season or this COVID era basically emphasized kung ano talaga yung pinakakailangan mo sa buhay mo. And having a health fund, having an income replacement fund is one of the basic necessities talaga for any individual or family. So yun, sorry. The last syempre is the activities, no, that you do. So syempre before sanay ka na magmabas, ganun, no. But actually ma-realize mo, ang dami mo pa rin pwedeng gawin kahit na nasa bahay ka. Siyempre, number one na dyan yung manood ng Korean novela, di ba? Pero aside from that, aside from that, it's really just focusing on learning, no, and most importantly, time with the family, no. Time with the family talaga yung, these are the things na hindi mo you wanted to do pero hindi, because of the things that you did before na nasa office ka, hindi mo magawa fully. So yun, basically ako, for me, I know that for me it's not COVID, this particular situation, it's harsh, no, pero there are lessons that God is teaching us or life is teaching us that we cannot learn had we not gone through this kind of situation in our lives. So you just need to learn from it and experience it and focus on the positive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, having said that, no, Sir Eman, from a personal finance perspective naman that emerged from this pandemic, what good things do you see na nangyari?
Oh, yeah. So from a financial perspective,
Mm-mm.
no. So, well, as I said, no, kanina, it's really we now focus on the essentials, no, the essentials. So before, no, syempre nasa labas ka, so gimmick, no, gasto sa mamahaling restaurant or shopping. Ngayon, talagang pipiliin mo na lang talaga kung anong kailangan mo sa buhay mo. Which is basically, yun nga, yung, syempre, it's food, no? Clothing, shelter, the basic necessities, no? And then, of course, kasama na din dun yung finances mo. Having a strong financial portfolio, no? And yun nga, I don't know if but those slides kasi wala yun. But basically, for you to be able to have a strong foundation, you need to go through the different wealth stages, no? So, as actually gusto ko siyang i-relate dun sa pagtatanim ni Haydee, no? Kasi, wealth is just like planting, no? So, the first is create wealth, no? So, magtatanim ka ng seed, no? And then growing. So, growing wealth is basically making sure that your income exceeds your expenses, no, and you are investing in instruments that are earning more than the inflation rate, no. And then the third stage is protecting. So, 'di ba, sa farm, para maprotektahan yung yung mga plants mo, maglalagay ka ng bakod, no, or para hindi sila dapuan ng mga insekto, you put insecticide, pesticide, whatever, no, or nets, whatever. And then the fourth stage is transferring wealth. So, ibig sabihin, from you, ita-transfer mo na sa loved ones mo. So, these are the four stages of wealth. And that actually related din siya dun sa life stages that we will discuss in a while.
All right. So let's thank you, Sir Emman, no? Talagang meaty ng pinag-uusapan natin. Which is great, no? Because maybe some of our viewers, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop a comment or a like, no, in the chat box below, and we can answer
Ay,
them.
kung may ma'am, nanonood yung nanay ko. Paras. Hello.
Oh, ayan.
Hi.
If you have any questions or comments for our guests or for us, no, we can relate it to the guest while the show is going on. No? So, and thank you, Andre Adventure, for watching, for tuning in. Let's see. Tonight we'll be talking about life stages. No, that's what it said. Financial planning in the different life stages, and that's very interesting because we live in very different life stages, and maybe you can give us an idea of ano bang mga plans or what plans are appropriate for the different life stages. What life stages are we talking about? Ano ba itong mga life stages na ito?
No. So actually, these are the generic life stages. But you actually had very interesting discussions kanina. Ano ba yung life stages, for example, ng single na medyo middle age, no? So actually, wala naman talagang clear-cut na life stage. But these are the general ones, no? So basically, tatlo sila. There are more, pero because we have limited time, I decided to focus on three. No? So the first is young professionals or yuppies, no? Or young professional, young business people, no? Young entrepreneurs, etc. No? So pag ikaw ay isang young professional, ano yung mga financial goals mo or priorities, no? So number one is having an emergency fund. So an emergency fund is a liquid fund that you have in the bank account or in a readily cash convertible instrument worth 3 to 6 months of your income. No, so bakit mo kailangan to for unexpected big expenses such as hospitalization or mga repairs or whatever, di ba? So having an emergency fund is very important, no? And yung nagiging pitfall ng ibang tao is that they are not able to have an emergency fund tapos ini-invest agad nila sa stock market, ganun, di ba? And then pag bumagsak yung stock market, magiging na sila, parang matotraumatize na sila. no, na parang ay buong pera ko nalugi sa stock market, no. So wala siya, and then pag kailangan nila yung pera, hindi nila mapupull out agad, no, or lugi yung pera nila. So having an emergency fund is important, at least 3 months siguro, no, of your expenses. And then of course savings, no, and then investment. So the question is, what instruments are you investing in that will counteract the inflation? So here in the Philippines, the average inflation is mga 3 to 4%. So if you save everything in the bank, no, which is earning 0.25 to 1% lang, you are literally losing money every year kasi nagdidwindle yung value ng money mo, no. So proper budgeting is also very important. So ang benchmark dito is that kung 100% yung income mo, 20% is allotted for savings, 70% for expenses, and then 10% for tithes, no, or doing good, contributing to your parents, etc. So 20, 70, 10. That's a basic, budgeting technique. And then startup insurance and health fund. Siguro yung question dito, bakit ko kailangan ng insurance fund or health fund wherein napakabata ko pa? The answer to that is that you can actually get much lower premiums kung bata ka nagsimula sa pag-start mo ng insurance or health fund mo, di ba? Kasi even as you don't have any dependents, there will always be someone who is dependent on you, and that is yourself, no? Yes. That is yourself. So wala kang ibang asahan kundi sarili mo. If you don't have any dependents, that also means you don't have anyone to depend on in case of emergencies. So, ikaw talaga yung magpaplano sa sarili mong health fund, sa sarili mong retirement, etc. And that's why, if kaya ng mga bata to be able to start on a small health fund, mas okay kasi by the time na nag-asawa na sila at nagkaanak, most probably tapos na sila sa pagbayad ng plan or patapos na. So that frees up their income to be able to really concentrate on their family, on their children, etc. So the next is the full nester. The full nester, yun yung may family na, may kids na. So, syempre, by that time, the primary priority is educational fund. So in the Philippines, the average increase of education is 10% every year. That's pre-COVID. I don't know kung anong magiging effect ng COVID, no? But that's how things go. Of course, retirement fund is something that they also need to think about at a middle age or young age, no? And then income replacement fund, that basically means a fund to be able to replace you and your income if ever something happens to you. One of the things that I ask with my clients, no, and my advisors is that this is a big question for you. And I hope the audience would also ask themselves this, no? Had you passed away yesterday, how many months or years would your family survive without you and your income? So that is one question that you would need to answer for yourself. I'm not asking you to type down the answer in our chat box, no? But think about that and then ask yourself, are you satisfied with your answer? Because most of the time when I talk to people, it will just be like sometimes 3 months, sometimes 6 months, or 1 year or 2 years, no? And that is actually not enough. Kasi ibig sabihin, after 2 years, hindi mo na sigurado kung ano yung magiging standard of living ng family mo. And that is why income replacement fund or life insurance is very important, no? And then health fund, one of the things naman na nagiging objection or parang nagiging sinasabi naman ng mga tao is that meron na kasi akong HMO sa company ko, no? So that is one common thing that people always say, and that's actually great, no? It means that your company cares for you. However, you should also be aware that once you resign or you retire from your company, wala ka ng health fund, na wala ka ng any group insurance or group HMO, and you would never know if by the time na nag-retire or nag-resign ka, you would still be insurable. So it's very important for you, habang insurable ka pa, to be able to get your own benefits for yourself. As I said, if you don't have any dependents, there will always be someone who will be dependent on you, and that is yourself, no? And of course, the last portion would be additional income sources or business, no? And for me, I can help people in two ways, no? I can help people by financial coaching, and number two is introducing to them a career that will give them additional income without much capital, and that is the financial advisory business, no? So the third stage, no? Wala pa tayo dito, Haydee. So,
Meron ako inaantay.
Pangalawa, full nesters, no? And even ako, for me, for the single people na medyo nasa middle age, even as wala silang kids, no, they still belong to full nesters kasi basically the same concerns except for the educational fund, no. But moving on to the empty nesters, yan, by that time, yung magiging goal mo na is kung ano yung retirement fund mo or kung paano mo gagastusin yung retirement fund mo. You do not plan for your retirement at the time of your retirement. No? So basically, how you fortify lang yung retirement fund mo, of course, yung medical fund mo, and yung estate planning, that's actually related to the fourth stage nung wealth process, which is transferring wealth, diba? So in the Philippines, the estate tax is 6%, no, and yung mga affluent naman, yung nagiging problem nila is that their assets are tied up to non-liquid assets such as real estate, no, and if ever they pass away, yung nangyari is that the family is forced to sell, some of the properties to be able to pay for the estate tax. So that defeats the purpose of really giving the full inheritance to your family. So that's where also life insurance can be of help through proper estate planning. So yung young professionals, no, that's the stage that you're creating wealth, and then yung full nester, that's the time that you're growing your wealth and then protecting it. And nung sa empty nester, yung magiging main objective mo naman is how to transfer your wealth to the next generation.
So very interesting, no? Okay lang kasi very informative siya kasi yung portion ng estate taxes, a lot of people does not know that we really have to prepare for that. And I also heard some business owners or affluent na nagsasabi na okay lang yan kasi 6% na lang but if your net worth is about 100 million, that's still 6% of 100 million.
6 million.
So, diba? So at least buti kung yung mga anak meron ka agad out of the pocket na may bibigay na 6 million, but what if they were not able to handle the business well? So masasayang lang yung pinagpaguran ng parents for them, no? So correct. These are the things really that people do not see kasi hindi siya nakikita, no? Hindi siya material. So, yon. There are still a lot of questions to be asked, Sir Emman, but we will be asking them on our next gap. So, meantime, we'll be going for a commercial.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We here at TNC have a full slate of shows for your viewing pleasure. The Big Picture is with Lloyd Luna every Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. HR Hotline introduces us to the world of human resources, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 noon. Have an insightful afternoon because the family business is everybody business at 4 p.m. The fourth project is about life. It's on. Where is that? uh,
Live from Dubai.
yeah, live from Dubai. The fourth project, Usapang Beauty, is about beauty. Every Thursdays and Saturdays, 5:30. The world has faced unprecedented pandemic. Time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from the disease. COVID stories every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Discover your life purpose and learn others' turnaround stories in U-Turn, Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30. The Home Buyer, Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Stories about building and owning property. Laugh and learn about puppetry, right? From all over the world. The Puppet Stories, Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace. An online night bazaar, Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. And ULO is for all of us to understand the law is fun and cool. All right, Thursdays at 8:30.
Yeah, two leaders in one platform, TNC The Talk. That's going to be on Mondays at 12 noon. After shift is Chillaxin Show about your choices and lives after work. Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within. Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along and watch the Danny Art Show, Fridays, 5:30 p.m. Global issues, common interest, learn together across borders. That's Foreign Affairs, streams on Tuesdays at 8:30 a.m. Because health is wealth. Healthline on Wednesdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. Start your Saturday celebrating the women at work, 9 a.m. on Saturdays. Awesome Day, Mondays at 2:30 p.m. Make sure to make your day an awesome day every day. In a world where everything is turning out digital, CyberNext aims to empower people and companies to be secure in a digital world. Streams every Wednesdays at 12 noon. TechU helps you understand the emerging technologies shaping our future. Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Catch also our TNC original shows such as One Day and an inspiring 30-minute storytelling. It alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Sir Lloyd and Ma'am Apple. This show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC. And we also have upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. Please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube and let us help you to see the new you. And of course, don't forget Money and More every Tuesdays, streams live from the Philippines and the US, 8:30 on Philippine times and 5:30 a.m. California, USA.
All right.
All right. Ang dami na, di ba?
And we like to
Nabubulol
thank,
na tayo sa kadami.
dami ng shows.
So, growing family ng TNC
Right. We'd like to
channel.
thank Mark Irwin Lucero. He is watching right now. And meron siyang mga kasama, si Mylene Medina, Iris K. Noreen Huarde, Ivy Maris Lucero, Maria Concepcion Texon. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, I'd also like to thank Tita Cho Esplana, who's watching right now. Thank you.
All right, and Mr. Pab Stabs, all right? Baka komento kanina, no, sa ini-explain ni Boss Emman. All right, well-explained
sabi niya?
and financial aspects of life. Thank you. All right. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Pab Tabs. All right.
So again, if you have some questions or comments,
if you have
can
questions or
type
comments,
in. Yes.
don't forget to like and share on the comments below. All right. Let's go back to our guest, no, Mr. Emman Paras. We had a very good discussion about the different life stages. Now we'll have to talk about, okay, ito yung life stages natin. Hindi ko alam na pan pala ako, full nester pala ako, no? Kahit single, akala ko all the while, young professional pa rin ako.
Ano ka na? Full
Full
nester?
nester daw, sabi ni Boss Emman, full nester daw.
Fullness.
Full nester na walang ipon.
Sir Emman, meron akong question kanina when we started. Yung ikakasal sa pangalawang pagkakataon, anong life stage yun?
Fullness, as long as hindi pa independent yung mga kids mo sa'yo, that's still fullness. So pag umalis na sila ng house nyo, no, naging independent na sila, that's when you become empty nester.
Wow.
Akala ko yung mga...
Sana maaga tayong maging empty nesters, no? Yung nag-transfer ka na lang ng wealth. Diba?
Akala ko yung mga mag-second marriage, kung ano yun, life stage yun ng second chance life stage.
Wow.
Second chance at happiness.
Huminirit pa.
Meron parang ganun. Anyway, Boss Emman, maganda yung discussion mo about the different life stages, no? So for the different life stages, since we're talking about insurance, ano bang karapat-dapat? Ano bang maganda or bagay, no, na insurance plans, no, for these different life stages? Kasi ang iniisip ko kasi kung insurance isa lang eh. Kapag namatay, may benefit. Yeah. All right? Can you expound more about this topic?
Yeah, well, I have material for that, no. But first of all, yung best insurance that is existing is the insurance that you bought that you're still paying for, that is enforced, di ba? So for me, kahit na mag-aral ka ng mga insurance na yan, pero wala ka namang kinuha para sa sarili mo, or kinuha mo siya at hindi mo siya natutuloy bayaran, then it's not a good insurance for you kahit na super ganda niya, di ba? So, okay lang ba to be able to flash the next slide, no? So basically, may dalawang branches of insurance. The first is the traditional. The traditional products, yun yung mga before 2000, no? Wala silang any investment component. So it's either whole life at to age 100 yung insurance coverage, and then pag umabot ka ng 100 years old at buhay ka pa, you're healthy, you will get the insurance proceed as maturity proceeds. So for example, if 1 million yung coverage mo and then you live up to age 100, you get 1 million in terms of maturity proceeds. Kung whole life insurance yung binili mo, no? And then yung term insurance, that's the cheaper na insurance, pero dahil cheap siya, wala siyang savings component. So I describe it as car insurance sa buhay mo. So we have our car insurance. So we pay, for example, I pay 25K a year for my car insurance, and if ever wala namang mangyari sa kotse, then I could not recover anymore that 25K. But if something happens, at least meron akong makiklaim na certain amount of money for the repairs and everything. So that's how car insurance works. And term insurance is basically parang car insurance on your life, no? Wherein you purchase a plan and you're covered for a certain period of time. And if ever something happens to you, you get the benefit. And if nothing happens to you, you will not be able to recover the cost anymore, no? So limited period pure insurance, no, it's cheap, but wala siyang any savings component. And then yung pinaka modern na type would be the investment linked plans, no. These products appeared in the late 90s and then in the early 2000s, no. So ang tawag dyan usually is VUL, or variable unit linked plans, wherein it's like insurance plus mutual fund component, no. So it has an account value, pero we need to be aware that the account value is not guaranteed. It will be dependent on the investment performance of the fund that you invested in, no. So these are yung kinds na yon, all of them, they are life insurance, and then there are other benefits that you can attach to the basic plans, no. So meron tayong accident fund, meron tayong critical illness benefit. So that will give you a lump sum amount if ever you get diagnosed. You are diagnosed with a critical illness up to a certain age, no. That is something na wala yung HMO, no. Yung critical illness benefit, because HMO will just basically reimburse or pay for your hospital expenses, but not give you a lump sum amount in case of critical illness, no? Then we have hospital income benefit, which reimburses a certain amount for your hospital expenses, no? And then waiver of premium is a rider or a benefit that you put into the plan, wherein if ever you become critically ill or disabled, you won't have to pay for the premiums anymore. It's like the company is the one paying for your plans already, no? So these are the generic or the general additional benefits that you put into your plan. Sa insurance, no, they're called riders kasi nakikiride sila sa basic plan, no? Now, as I said, no, ano ba yung magandang plano? For me, yung plan na maganda is yung binili mo at enforced pa rin, no? Kasi wala namang wala namang like for me, and this is what I always say din sa team ko. There is no perfect insurance plan, no? There will always be compromises because if a perfect insurance plan exists, it will be very, 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 very expensive, no? So, imagine mo, yung life insurance is up to 100, critical illness benefit is up to 100, and then may returns ka pa na guaranteed 4% every year. That will be a very, very expensive, you know? So, basically, for me, you just have to think about the factors or yung considerations. Okay lang ba? Can we go back to the slide, no? Yung bottom portion, no? So these are the considerations for you in choosing the plan for you. Syempre, number one is the budget, no? So benchmark natin for a financial plan is 10 to 20% of your annual income.
Okay.
So if, for example, you're earning 1 million a year, no, around mga 100 to 200K can be allotted for your financial plan. Then payment period, no, depende kung OFWs, yung mga OFWs natin or business people, they would not want a long paying premium, no, so they choose 5 years or 7 years, 10 years, no. But the employees, no, kaya nila na magbayad ng more longer years, no. So pag naghulog ka or nag-invest ka sa insurance plan na mas shorter yung paying period, normally mas malaki yung kailangan mong i-shell out. Kasi basically parang ina-advance mo yung mga premiums na dapat mong binabayaran on a regular basis, no. Now, kung okay ka naman na magbayad ng regular up to the end of your life, that will give you naman a higher insurance protection normally, no. Yun yung design ng mga plans, no. Also, you would need to think about the guaranteed and the non-guaranteed benefits, no. So dapat yung klaro sa'yo that if you're getting a VUL plan, some of the aspects there are not guaranteed. So, for example, the payment period is not guaranteed, and the account value or the savings component of the plan is not guaranteed, no? Pero it will also give you a better chance to be able to earn, to be able to have a higher return as compared to a whole life plan. Kasi yung whole life plan, everything is set, no? So the cash value is set, the payment period is set, the benefits are set. So kung ikaw naman ay risk averse na tao, mas maganda edi doon ka sa doon sa whole life, no. And then what are the inclusions, no? So for example, ano ba yung inclusions in terms of critical illness, sa hospital income benefit, ano yung mga inclusions, no? And kung ano yung maximum age na covered ka for the benefits. So for example, yung critical illness benefit for other companies, it's 75 years old. For FLMI, no, it's 75 years old. For other companies, 65, 70. No? So, you also have to be aware of these nitty-gritties, no, to be able to make a strong decision for yourself and your family.
Yeah. So based on the discussion that you made, no, from the life stages until the kinds of insurances, I can really say that nagiging parang necessity na talaga to have one, no, for those people na have not thought of getting one. Parang dapat mo i-match up na talaga kung ano yung need mo depending on the life stage that you are in. However, Sir Emman, ito yung question ko kasi people tend to avoid the insurance conversation, no? Even if there is a need, especially now na may pandemic, no? For many reasons, di natin alam anong reasons nila, but because most of them would say that I'd rather invest my money on something else. So, what is your take on this?
Yeah, yung investment is part of growing. Di ba yung sabi ko kanina, meron tayong apat na stages, no, ng wealth. No? So create wealth, no, have multiple sources of income. And then the investment is nandun siya sa part ng growing your wealth. No? But at the same time, you would still need to be able to protect your wealth, no? Because that's basically parang risk management. No?
Okay.
Sabi nga ni Tony Gordon, doon sa online insurance congress, no, life insurance basically gives you the money, makes the money available until you actually have it, no. Life insurance makes the money available until you actually have it. So if for example gusto mong nasa anak mo ay 10 million, no, magki-create ka na ng fund na 10 million through life insurance, and then siyempre magtatrabaho ka until such a time na meron kang 10 million. But that's not going to be in a year's time, di ba? Medyo mahabang ilang number of years yun. So habang hindi mo pa na-achieve yung actual na 10 million, meron kang insurance na 10 million so that if ever something happens to you, your family would not have to lower their standard of living, and you would also be sure that they would still be able to fulfill their dreams kahit wala ka na. Ako, for me, basically, yung life insurance is a product for people who love, is a product of love. Medyo mushy siya, medyo sentimental. But as long as you love someone, there is always a need for life insurance. As long as you love someone, there is always a need for life insurance, and that love also includes self-love. So if for example wala kang mahal sa buhay, napakasaklap naman, diba? Pero kung wala kang mahal sa buhay, pero mahal mo yung sarili mo, kailangan mo pa rin ng insurance. Kasi nga, part of insurance is health fund. So if ever something happens to you, as I said, kung wala kang dependent, you also don't have anyone to depend on. So, kailangan mo magplano ng sarili mo kasi mahal mo yung sarili mo eh, di ba? But as long as you love someone else or you love yourself, there will always be a need for life insurance. Because yung buhay naman natin is not just about being happy. It's leaving a legacy. It's leaving a legacy and making sure that everything is in order when you leave this world. No, talagang papunta naman lahat tayo dun sa ano na yun, no, sa reality. It's just a matter of when, no. So habang buhay ka pa, i-insure mo na yung kinabukasan ng family mo. That's where life insurance comes into play, no. So siyempre naintindihan naman natin based on budget, no, lalo na ngayon nasa pandemya tayo, and then the economy is struggling, a lot of people are losing their jobs. We're not asking you to be able to go for the higher premiums. Pero pag-isipan mo mabuti, pwede mo sigurong subukan muna yung term insurance, no, or small whole life insurance to be able to cover you, no? Kasi the question nga, back to the question kanina, ngayon pa lang nag-struggle ka na. So imagine yourself taken out of the picture. How many months or years would your family survive without you and your income? As long as you're not satisfied with that answer, you would always have a need for insurance and health funding.
Wow.
Ano talaga, necessity na siya talaga. Especially on the health fund, no, creation. Kasi you were saying that we are already in the pandemic. We are in the pandemic right now, and alam mo kung magkano yung hospitalization cost if and when you get struck with COVID, no?
So it's 800K, mga ganun. Mga 800,000.
Kung ano na yon, yung serious cases.
Yeah,
800 up. Pero yung mga mild cases, more or less, it's at 300,000. So,
Yeah.
saan tayo kukuha nun pag hindi tayo
Correct.
covered ng health, o wala tayong health fund, or wala
Yes.
tayong coverage ng HMO or health insurance, di ba? So, still a lot of things to discuss, but we're up for our next commercial break. I'll see you in a while again, Sir Emman.
All right, we're back. Thank you for tuning in. And we're still in a discussion with Mr. Emman Paras, no? Talking about the different types of insurance plans for the different life stages. Sir Emman, a very good discussion on the types of insurance plans. Baka meron tayong mga members of the audience who have been thinking about it nga, no? Where their life stage is, no? Well, you personally, sir, no, you're recently married. Congratulations, right? And you also have a new lovely baby girl. Congratulations.
Yes, si Emma
Alright, so-
and si Ma'am Jeannie.
Emma, no? So, ikaw, sir, so how has your own personal financial goals adjusted or changed, given the circumstances of these significant life events, right? Is there a transition or a transformation on your part as well?
Yeah, syempre pag when you have a family, yung for me, I'm preparing for two things, no? Syempre, number one is I'm fortifying my insurance pa rin every year. So actually for insurance, yung benchmark is 10 times of your annual income. So yun, kumpitin ninyo what is 10 times of your annual income. That's the benchmark, no? So siguro share ko lang din sa inyo what are the benchmarks. For insurance coverage, that is 10 times of your annual income. Bakit 10 times? You're basically giving your family 10 years worth of your income so that you are sure that within those 10 years, they will still be able to maintain their standard of living at matapos nila yung mga pangarap nila sa buhay even if you're taken out of the picture. So that's 10 times, no? And then yung health fund is a combination of a critical illness benefit and then hospitalization fund. So yung benchmark mo naman doon is 5 times of your annual income, no? So these are the two things that I've been preparing for, and then syempre education. For example, if your child is age 0 to 3, based on projections, the projected education expense by the time na mag-college yung anak mo would be 4 times. So, if sabihin, kung sa Ateneo ngayon ay 250,000, I would need to prepare for 1 million a year by the time na mag-age 18 si Emma. So these are the things that I'm also preparing, no? For retirement naman, you think about two magic numbers, no? The first magic number is what is the age that you want to be financially free? So when you say financially free, it's not about parang not working. It just means na you can still work, pero alam mo that even if you don't work, meron ka pa ring income to be able to use to be able to maintain your standard of living. So what's that magic number? That's magic number 1. And then magic number 2 is if you are retiring today, as in today, not today, what would be the amount of income that you would like to have so that you can say to yourself that you are having a comfortable retirement? So based doon sa dalawang magic number yun, interpolate mo siya to be able to come up with your retirement fund. No? So for me, I'm still hopeful that I can be financially free by age 45. So I have around 4 years left to be able to be financially free. And then meron din akong target income that I would like to have every month. No? So yun, basta that's basic, financial planning for your family. So
Right.
syempre, pag nagkaroon ka ng family, mas magiging focus ka really about these things in life. Yeah. But even if you don't have a family, kailangan mo pa rin yung tatlo di ba? Yung education, sige, tanggalin mo na. Pero it does not eliminate the other three, which is life insurance, no? Syempre, you would want to leave a
Health fund.
legacy, and then health fund, and then yung retirement fund also.
Yeah, that's a very good insight, Sir Emman. No? I've always believed that if there's a significant life event that ever happened to you, dapat magbago din ang priorities mo, dapat nagbago din ang financial status mo, no? You get married, you start a family, dapat magbabago din ang income mo. Kung hindi mo magbabago ang income mo, at least you adjust, as you said, no? Your financial priorities. You reassess your insurance, your existing insurance, the one that you kept in force. Okay, and then you start saving for the educational fund. So significant life events require a change on your financial standing, no, where you are right now. So change your income, adjust your insurance, adjust your financial priorities. Maybe that's the message that we want to give our viewers as well. Okay. So, Boss Emman, you are the founder of Peak Wealth Solutions. What can you tell us about? Can you tell us about the company? Can you tell us about the team and the markets that you serve?
Yeah, so Peak Wealth Solutions is my agency. So we're part of FLMI, AIA FLMI. We have around 140 people in my team, mostly millennials, mga age 21 to 35 years old, very driven people. I love my team. They're very driven, very competitive, very fun. So
Batiin mo naman. Hello.
Batiin mo naman sila,
Sorry?
sir. Batiin mo naman sila.
Mga entrepreneurs kami, no? So basically, our market is everyone, no? Millennials, siyempre, kasi yun yung age range, no? And then we also have people focusing on the affluent market, no? Including my.
Okay. Oh.
So ano na lang, pakita na lang muna natin yung ano niya.
Yeah.
He has a last slide, yung
Yeah, so this is Boss Emman. No? He was talking about his team. If you have any questions for Emman, and if you're interested in maybe a career, in financial planning, or you're interested about growing or starting your wealth, you can take a look at the Wealth Shop PH and Peak Wealth Solutions Philippines in Facebook. And add him on Facebook, Emman Paras, or you can even email him, emmanparas@gmail.com, or you can scan the QR code, that will bring you directly to the Wealth Shop Facebook page, right? We kind of lost Boss Emman, but we'd like to thank him, for his time.
he's back.
Oh, he's back. All right. Okay. Yeah, maybe he can talk a little bit more about this. But
Yes.
if he's back, then there. No? So, ayun.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Ayan. So yeah, back to ano. So we do financial planning to all markets, particularly millennials, and then corporate solutions for business solutions, and then affluent market, So yan, yun yung mga services that we do. We do financial coaching. Then if you're feeling the same way I felt back in corporate life wherein nababurn out, no, and you don't know where your career is going, we can also give you a career in the financial planning business, no, wherein you will be able to manage your own time and then have bonuses, trips, and other incentives, and do everything online. So we can do online, ano na, online financial planning na. No? And then
Amazing.
we also have global investment opportunities. So I'm part of an investment organization. It's not hindi siya scam, ah. So it's a global investment platform actually, wherein we are a support system for people who want to invest outside of the Philippine stock market. Kasi yung PSE ay medyo limited lang siya sa siyempre kung ano yung mga companies na nandito. So if you want to invest, for example, in Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Google, mga ganun, we can help you with that through the global investment opportunity. So just ano nyo lang yung scan nyo lang yung QR code to be able to register, no? And then I'd like to invite you guys to like us at the Wealth Shop PH, no, and then People Solutions Philippines. That's my team's Facebook page, no, and then for any inquiries, feel free to email me at emmanparas@gmail.com.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
Diba?
Wow. What a very insightful
Maximizing the
discussion.
social media.
Yeah. We had a very insightful discussion in the past hour. Sir Emman, we'd like to thank you for your
Isang
time.
oras na ba?
Oh, isang oras na yun, di ba? Parang kulang na kulang, di ba? Kasi
Yeah.
talagang masayang momentum natin. No? But that's all the time that we have. Thank you so much, Ma'am Emman Paras. Nandun pa yung mga details kanina. Now you can look him up in Facebook, give him a comment, and give us a comment as well. Now, if you like the show, don't forget to like and share. All right, we'd like to thank again Boss Emman for his time.
Yes,
Thank you so
any last words, Sir Emman? And maybe meron kang babatiin na yung lovey-dovey mo, hindi mo pa binati?
Pero Jimmy,
Saka yung mga advisors mo.
baka kasi pinapatulog niya si Emma, but if you're watching, Han, hello. Hi to Emma also.
Hello,
And of course,
Han.
nanonood pa rin yung nanay ko. So hello. And to my team members who are watching, hello to you guys. No. So my message would be, don't let the pandemic prevent you from proper financial planning. Actually, use this time to be able to really see kung anong priorities mo, no? And you know what, the pandemic does not eliminate, the risks that might happen in your life, and actually they magnify actually the risks that will happen. Basically sa buhay natin, tatlong risk: dying too soon, living too long, or being sick and disabled. So pag-isipan niyo mabuti, no? What are the key takeaways that you're able to get from the more than 1 hour talk, and immediately apply them right after this, because if you watch this and you did nothing, baka you just wasted your time. But if you just took away one thing that you will actually do, then this will be kumbaga, our time with you will have been worthwhile, no? And natulungan po namin kayo to be able to plan for your finances. So focus on the basic things, focus on the essential things. And as I said kanina, if you love someone, including yourself, there will always be a need for you to be able to have a life insurance or a health fund for yourself and your family.
All right. Okay, great message, Sir Emman. Thank you so much. Ingat po kayo dyan, no?
Yes, again, thank you so much, Sir Emman. And
thank you
we
so
look
much,
forward
Haydee,
to
and
inviting you
Sonny.
again in our next episodes.
So looking forward to more sessions, more virtual sessions with you. I'm always free. I'm just a text away.
All right,
Sige
perfect.
po. So, thank you again so much, Sir Emman.
Okay.
So,
there. So yung takeaway ko dyan is that I'm a full nester, no? And when the time comes when I will be when I have my own family, then my financial priorities will have to adjust as well. I'm looking forward to that day.
Yeah, yung takeaway ko kanina is that, diba, he was mentioning about car insurances. So it's an irony that yung mga sasakyan may insurances, pero yung mga may-ari ng sasakyan wala. So, I guess it's a wake-up call for some. And
Yeah.
para we really need to have one kasi necessity na talaga siya at this time to
Right.
get protected for our loved ones. No?
For our loved ones. So insurance though is a gift of love, and if you love someone, you should get one. Do not be afraid. Talk to your financial advisor. I think he would be the best person not to be able to talk to you about it. Do not be afraid of that conversation. Okay, starting that conversation will be, let's say, a love letter to those, who are dependent on you. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. Thank you, Haydee, for being here.
Yes, and I'd like to invite you also to like our page, no? Money and More with Sonny and Haydee. Yun yung FB page, and yung HL Phoenix Financials if you have some inquiries about financial matters. So again, next week will be a very interesting topic about the advantages of having a healthcare fund, no? With a very
We'll be
special
talking about
guest.
health.
Yes.
Health in the time of pandemic. Okay, great.
Okay,
that's all for us today, right? Always remember that your financial future, financial freedom is in your hands. Thank you very much, everybody.
Good night.